Should Wizard Hit Mummy? Part 9. Page 54, from the last paragraph up to the end of the chapter. So, when Joe asks Jack to change the story, he explains that Roger Skunk's mother knew what was best for him. Reading, "No, tomorrow you say he hit that mummy. Do it." She kicked her legs up and sat down on the bed with a great heave and complaint of springs, as she has done hundreds of times before, except that this time she did not laugh. "Say it, Daddy." Explanation. So Joe did not accept Jack's justification for why the wizard should not hit the mummy.
Created with free version
And
for
she was
non-commercial
jumping,
use.
and she jumped and sat down on the bed, and there was a noise of the springs. She had done this jumping and sitting down on the bed many times before, but this time she did not laugh. She was serious. She wanted a change in the story to take place. Reading, "Well, we'll see. Now at least have a rest. Stay on the bed. You're a good girl." So Jack stalled her. He did not give her a definite answer now, because she is insisting that she wants the ending of the story to be changed, and he is not willing to change it. So he says, "We will see." And then he asks her to go to sleep. He closed the door and went downstairs. Claire had spread the newspapers and opened the paint can, and wearing an old shirt of his on top of her maternity smock,
Created with
was
free version
stroking
for non-commercial
the chair
use.
rail with a dipped brush. Above him, footsteps vibrated, and he called, "Joanne, shall I come up there and spank you?" The footsteps hesitated. Explanation. He closed the door of the bedroom and he went downstairs. There he describes how Joe had his wife Claire had already started the painting. Then above him he heard the footsteps of his daughter Jo. So he calls out to her, "Shall I come up there and spank you?" The footsteps hesitated. So then at this point, Jack threatens his daughter with a beating. So we can say that this was not the first time. He must have used physical force on her before. So she hesitates. She listens because she is
Created
frightened
with
of
free
the
version for non-commercial
spanking.
use.
"That was a long story," Claire said. Claire is expressing her unhappiness when she declares that Jack had taken a long time telling the story. She believed that he was deliberately taking a long time so that he would have less to do while helping her. "The poor kid," he answered, and with utter weariness watched his wife labor. The woodwork, a cage of moldings and rails and baseboards all around them, was half old tan and half new ivory, and he felt caught in an ugly middle position. And though he as well felt his wife's presence in the cage with him, he did not want to speak with her, work with her, touch her, anything.
Created with free version for
Now, as
non-commercial use.
explanation to his wife's complaint that it was a very long story, Jack is talking about that poor kid, that how his daughter is unable to accept what he wants to say. Then he looks around, and the woodwork, all the wooden furniture with the railings, which was half painted white, newly painted white, and half the brown color, it felt like a cage. He felt like he was trapped in a cage. And his wife was also there, trapped. The cage was the responsibilities that he had towards his family. His family was going to grow with the arrival of the third child, and here he was already not very successful. He was unable to get his daughter to sleep, even though he had tried. And when he came
Created with
down,
free version for
his
non-commercial
wife did
use.
not appreciate the work that he had put in to try and get his daughter to sleep. In fact, she complained that the story was too long. So he felt trapped. And even though his wife was there, trapped along with him, sort of, he did not want to speak to her, to work with her, touch her, or anything. So this displays a sense of frustration that Jack feels, that how both his daughter and his wife seem to believe that he was not very successful. His daughter did not agree with his storytelling, and his wife also did not realize or appreciate his efforts to get his daughter to sleep. So there is a hint of frustration
Created with free version for
and
non-commercial
a
use.
feeling of being inadequate, a feeling of apprehension for the future. So this story gives us a little glimpse into the psyche of Jack, that how he would like things that he does to be accepted, whereas the people who he does it for are not so appreciative. This is quite like the story of life. People may feel that they are doing a good job, but the other side, it may not seem like that for them. Thank you.